Hello guys, so we'll be doing Cambridge Primary Checkpoint, Paper 2, Mathematics, April 2019. So before starting, please read the instructions. Let's go. For the one, so question number 1, they're asking draw an arrow to show the position of the number 340 on the number line. So we have 100 and then blank 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 and then we have 500. So this one should be 200. After that, this one should be 300 and then this one should be 400. So in between 300 and 400, this should be 350. So we had this one 350. That means we have to draw the arrow close to 350. So this should be 340. Moving on, question number 2. In a fun run, adults wear odd numbers and children wear even numbers. Write whether each number belongs to an adult or a child. What has been done for you? So 271. Number 1, the last digit you can see is an odd number. So this one should be an adult. And as for this, as you can see, 469. So 9 is an odd number. So this one should be an adult. So 770, this one is an even number. So this one is for the child. So it's a child. And for this we have 432, even number, so it's a child. Moving on, we have they have a circle that represents a number. So in question number 3, they're saying the circle represents a number and a star represents a different number. So a circle, so there are 3 circles which equals to 15 and then there are 4 stars which equals to 24. So for this one, there are 3 circles which add up to 15. To find how much is each circle, so because there's 3 circles, so just take 15 divided by 3, we get 5. So that means 5 plus 5 is 10, and plus 5, 10 plus 5 is 15, 5 plus 5 plus 5 is equal to 15. As for this, we have 4 stars, so 24 divided by 4, we get 6. That means 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6, we get 24. 6 plus 6 is 12. 6 plus 6 is 12. 12 plus 12 is 24. So this is how you get it. So this one should be 5 plus 6 plus 6. 5 plus 6 is 11. 11 plus 6, 17. Moving on. So draw a line of symmetry in each of these shapes. Question number 4. So for the arrow, just draw like this. By the way, try to make it as accurate as possible. And as for this, this one. So 3 friends share a pack of 50 pens equally. How many pens will be left over? So take 50 divided by 3, we'll get 50 divided by 3. 3 times 1 is 3. We got a 0 here. So and we get a 20. So it's 3 times 5 is 15. So no, 3 times 6 is 18. We get 2 here. So 2 pence, because 2 is a remainder here, so 2 pence are left. So we get 2 here. So that's the answer. As for the arrow, by the way, uh, try to not do this. Let me correct it. So try to make this like this. Yep, like that. So question number 6. Lily makes $6.35 using only 5-cent coins. How many 5-cent coins does she need? Easy, not that difficult. So first of all, $1 is equals to 100 cents. So that means so we have to convert $6.35 into cents. So take 6.35 times 100, we get 635 cents. So divide 635 cents by 5. So how much will we get? Let's do the division. Let's do the division here. We get 635. 5 times 1 is 5. Here we have 1, and then we get 13. 5 times 2 is 10. We get 35. 5 times 7 is 5 times 7 is 35 as well. So we get this. So we get XX. So for this one, we get 127 answer. So 127 5-cent coins she needs. Moving on. So question number 7. They're asking, the diagram shows a calculator and a pencil case placed next to a ruler. So use the scale on this ruler to complete the sentences. So for A, the calculator, so we have to find the length of calculator. How long is the calculator? So if you look at it, it's not starting from 0. It's the length of calculator is starting from 5 until 17. So 17 is the final and starting is 5. So take 17 minus 5. We will get here 12. So the calculator is 12 centimeters long. If you look at the pencil case, the case actually starts from 3 and it ends until 22. So take 22 minus 3, we get 19. That's the answer. Moving on. Carlos wants to calculate this multiplication mentally. He says 6 times 5 times 8 times 2 will be the same as 48 times 10. 48 times 10 is actually equal to 480. And also one more tip that I want to give is, in multiplication you can just actually multiply in any order. So let's say if you want to multiply 6 times 8 and 5 times 2, that is possible as well. So let's try. So if we 6 times 8 is 48, 5 times 2 is 10, and then 48 times 10 is actually 480. So yeah, he is correct. So let's explain. Because six times 8 is equal to 48, and 5 times 10 is equal 5 times 2, not 10. 5 times 2 is equal to 10. So 48 times 10 is equal to 480. So yeah, we have answered it. Let's move on to the next question. As for this question, question number 9, here is a 1 centimeter grid. Use the dots to make a rectangle with a perimeter of 18 centimeter. So this is a rectangle that we have to draw here. Remember, so remember that the total perimeter should be 18 centimeter. That means if the many ways we can do it. So one of the way is, let's say if we put here 6 centimeters, 6 here and 6 here, and we put here 3 centimeters. That means 6 plus 6 is 12, plus 3 plus 3 should be 18. So let's draw. Remember that here's 1 centimeter grid, so we take this side, we make it 3, and then 1 2 3 4 5 6. Just and then that is it. Moving on. So now the question number 10. Here are 4 digit cards. 1 2 4 6. Use each card once to make these statements correct. So we can say there 1 over 2, and here we can write 4 over 8. Actually, if we divide them both by 4, we can get 1 over 2. 4 divided by 4 is 1, and then 8 divided by 4 is 2. So for this we can write here 2 over 3. That means this one should be 1 over 3, and this one should be 2 over 6, because 2 divided by 2 is 1 and 6 divided by 2 is 3. So yeah, I'll erase it. Moving on. So question number 11, they're asking, here are some shapes drawn on a coordinate grid. Shape A is translated 2 left and 3 up. This is shape A. Which shape shows its new position? So it is translated, so it moves 2 left, 1 and 2, and then 3 up, 1 2 and 3. So it shows that it moves the position C. So which shape shows its new position? Shape C. Moving on, complete this number sentence. So we have dash 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 times 3 equals to 091. For me, in my mind, that this number 7. So if we, let's say if we do 7 times 3, we get 21. So what if we write here 7 means 21 times 73. Let's do calculation. 21 times 73 is 291. No, actually it's no, no, no. Sorry, this is not the answer. This is not the answer. Actually, it is 17 times 23. Moving on to the next question. Question number 13. 6 teams take part in a football competition. The table shows how many games each team wins, draws, and loses. So we have Team Durford, Warholm, Carsi, Longdins, Robridge, Oxton. Each team scores 2 points if they win, 1 point if they have a draw, and no points for a loss. So let's see how did Durford get 83 points. So they win 40 times, meaning 40 times 2 is 80, and they got draw 3 times, so that means 3, because 1 point for a draw, so 3 times 1 is 3, so 80 plus 3 we get 83. So this one, so this is how we know how we should calculate it. So Warham, so let's take 37 and then multiply it by 2, as they have won 37 times. Sorry about that. So 37 times 2 should be 74, and then 74 times 74 plus 5 will get 79. So 79 points, 9 points for Warhol. And as for car C, we get 39 times 2. So take this is how you solve it. 39 times 2 plus 5. By the way, why am I not including the lose points? Because no points for a loss, even though no matter if they have lost 50 times, 60 times, we won't count it and we won't include it. So 39 times 2 plus 5 will get around 78 plus 5, 83. We'll get for this one is 83. And as for Oxton, 33 times 2 plus 4 will get 70 points for Oxton. Moving on to the next question. Which team loses 27 games less than Robridge? So they are asking which team loses at 27 games less than Robridge. Let's calculate. So let's take just minus 40, this minus Robridge loses versus Warholm. So let's take 45 minus 18. That's not the answer, because oh yes, 27. Okay, so we have Warholm, because when we take the 18 loses and Robridge, so when we subtract 45 by 18 we get 27. Yeah. So moving on. Question number 14. Write these numbers in order of in order starting with the smallest. So by the way, 5% means 5 over 100, which is actually 0.05. As for this one is 0.2, and this one is 0.5 and 0.04. 3 times 3 over 10 means 0.3. So now we have converted them into decimal numbers. This should be easier for us. So I believe 0.04 is the smallest, and then 0.04 he will write 5%. By the way, don't write any decimal in the answers. Write write the original values. So 5%, and then goes 20%, which is 0.2, and then goes 3 over 10, and then it is 1 over 2, which is the largest. Moving on. So question number 15. Here is a picture of shaded shape drawn on a grid of centimeter squares. What is the area of the shaded shape? So let's count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So by the way, in area you always multiply the length by its breadth, and then we take this 1, 2, 3, 4. So 7 times by 4, you'll get 7 times by 4 is 28. So 28 centimeters square. So now moving on to the next question, the question number 16. So question number 16, the cost for parking us at a city airport is shown in the table. Price for the first day is $16.60, and for every half day afterwards is $9. Yuri pays $124.60 to park his car. How many days does he park his car for? Show your working. So he pays $124.60, and by the way, this one is saying $9 for half day. Let's change it. Let's make it. How much is it for the, like, how much is it for the whole day? So 9 times by 2, we get $18. That means $18 is for the whole day. Yep. So now let's take $124 $104.60, and minus it by $16.60. The reason the reason I'm taking $124.60 and minus it by $16.60 is that we need to know the value after his first day of parking, so that we can find the number of days he parked the car for. So we need to get the value first. So this one is 0, 0. This one should be 13 minus 6. Cut this off. We get 14. 14 minus 6. 14 minus 6 should be 8. And then we get 1. So we get $108, and we take $108 and divide it by 18, because we need to know how many days. So we'll get 100 divided by 18, we get 6 days. By the way, don't forget the first day. So 6 plus 1, 6 plus 1, 7 days, because we need to include the first day as well, so don't forget that. So this one is for, so this one we get here 7 days. So yeah, that's it for the part 1, and for rest of the questions, and please see the part 2. Thanks a lot.